Welcome to the History of European Theatre podcast. Thanks for checking us out. In this space, we're going to be tracing the history of 3 millennia of theatre, from the ancient Greeks to the modern day. We'll be talking about theatre in every sense of the word, the way it's created and presented, the people who make it happen, the places it happens in, and so much more. We'll look at the way it reflects and interacts with the society it was written for, and how the ideas contained in it can be carried forward, preserved or reinterpreted to and for future times, including our own. But most of all, we'll be talking about the excitement and the joy of the theatrical experience throughout the ages. I'm going to tackle this huge subject in bite-sized chunks, in a more or less chronological order, and my aim is to distill the collective wisdom into a form that you can digest, appreciate, enjoy, and, I hope, learn from. But this is no dry academic subject. What I hope to be able to show is that theatre always was, and still is, a vibrant, exciting and emotional place, where very special things happen. Things that speak to the core of what we are and what we aspire to be, both individually and as part of society. And sometimes we go there just for a good laugh or a good cry and feel uplifted if we were laughing or crying or both. All of this and more in a building or site or just a marked out area with our fellow human beings performing and watching. A unique, communal, social experience. It's a grand plan, and there is a plan, detailed for the next few months, but then admittedly sketchier as we go on. But no concern there, I'm going to dive headlong into this and work hard to keep up. When I started my research in earnest, it seemed obvious that as with art and sculpture and politics in Europe, the starting point is with the ancient Greeks. But I've already learned that that's not quite true. So in the first episode, I'll be probing back into prehistory to set the scene, the prologue, if you like. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. The opening lines from Henry V. Shakespeare, as ever, inspirational. And following the prologue, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into ancient Greece, and particularly those wonderful big stories that mattered to the populations of those early Greek city-states. But let me warn you, be ready for matricide, patricide, murder, poisoning, infidelity, fickle gods, over-ambitious men, and sometimes women in charge. Your favourite soap opera has got nothing on this. And there's plenty of laughs too, with some of the most biting and scurrilous satire that you will ever have seen. And that's just the beginning. It's a long, exciting and I hope joyous ride ahead. So if you love theatre and want to know more about the way it has developed, how it worked in the past, and what it means to us now, please add the History of European Theatre podcast to your feed, and I'll be back soon.